All right, I think we're live. Let's pray. Hope this works. And everybody's here. Let's see what we got. Let's see what we got. Are you our first Google user? You are first. Hi. Okay, let me see. Woo! Jesus Christ. Let me see if this is working. Hold on, let me see. Let me see. Hold on. I'm live on oh my God. Hey. I'm live on a bunch of different things. Let me fix one connection. Hold on 1 second, y'all. The devil. There we go. What's up? There we go. Let me see if this is gonna work. Okay. It's working. What's up? Now listen, I said to myself, let me get on here and just cook. I don't really got no recipes like that. I mean, no, like rhythm of what we're gonna do. We just gonna make some good food. It seems really dark. YouTube seems really dark, right? Don't you guys seem dark on YouTube? It seems like it's like real dark skin. It seems dark, right? I don't know what that is. I don't know. All right, let's go though. I ain't gonna be in here all day. Okay, so I figured we just make some good food. Yeah, it's a little dark. It's okay. So we're gonna make some good food. So first, let's put together a little piece of cornbread, huh? I feel like we should put together a little piece of cornbread. What y'all think? I think a little piece of cornbread. So I got my cast iron skillet. I'm gonna put it on here. I'm gonna cook on the hot plate today because there's too many devices to go back and forth. So we're gonna start by making some. What we gonna call this? We're gonna call this what? Honey butter cornbread. Let's call it honey butter cornbread. Okay, let's call it that. Let's do that. Okay. We're gonna make honey butter cornbread. We need butter. Okay, we gotta put some butter. So we're gonna melt some butter. Okay, we're gonna melt like a stick and a half. Oh, this is hot. Look at that, that's sizzling. A stick and a half is probably too much. And that's what you want. You want too much. Okay. So a stick and a half of butter is probably too much. But that's what we want, okay? A little too much butter. So I got two things happening. I have one oven is at 375. And the other oven is at broil because we got some catfish. I figured we make us a little piece of catfish. Okay, catfish fillets. Okay. Okay, so let's make the cornbread batter. Let's do that. Okay. Now we just want to melt the butter. So I'm gonna take this off the heat because this is already going. This is gonna melt good. So all you want to do is melt the butter, not brown it, not cook it, none of that stuff. Okay. So I got a bowl. Okay. Clearly, I haven't cooked in here in a while. I have no more salt and pepper. Let me grab some salt and some pepper. Let's see. Let's see. We got a little piece of salt somewhere. Here we go. All right, we have some cracked black pepper. This will work. Okay, so I'm gonna refill. This is pink Himalayan sea salt. I like using that because it's fancy. Okay, so that's pink Himalayan sea salt. And then in my pepper, I just do like cracked black pepper in there. Okay, all right, let's make some cornbread. To do that, we need a cup of flour. So this is just like regular, like all-purpose flour, okay? So I'm gonna put a cup of flour in here. Let's do a cup of sugar. Okay, so a cup of flour, a cup of sugar, and then watch this. Okay, you're gonna gag over this, okay? So you can certainly use cornmeal, right? I say if you have cornmeal, use cornmeal. But as of lately, I've been using quick cooking grits lately, okay? I've been using quick cooking grits lately. I know it sounds weird, but what happens is that the quick cooking grits keeps the cornbread super moist, okay? So that's a little secret from me to you, okay? So this is a cup of quick cooking grits instead of cornmeal. Same difference, okay? Nobody's gonna know, like, oh my God, you put grits. Nobody's gonna know that, okay? So far it's a cup, and a cup, okay? So a cup of flour, right? A cup of sugar, and a cup of cornmeal, quick cooking grits. You could use the yellow, you could use the white, it doesn't really matter, okay? All right, we gotta put a little piece of salt in here, okay, because we're baking. And then we gotta put some baking powder. Let me see what I got. I got baking powder. So you want about a good tablespoon and a half of baking powder in here. I've made this cornbread a gazillion times, so you know, I can eyeball it, okay? So that's it for the dry ingredients. No more Jiffy Mix, please. No more cornbread mix. This you can do, you know, and you're good. Let me change this, hold on. This ain't my playlist I want to listen to. Hold on one second, y'all. This is my playlist right here. Hold on. Okay, so gosh, what's wrong with this other Facebook over here? I don't like this, y'all. Something's going on with Facebook, and I'm not really sure what it is. It's the Facebook fan page. I don't really know what's happening over there. Sorry. I wish I could control it. I don't know what's going on. I don't know. All right, this is my playlist right here. All right, this one I like. Okay, here we go. Okay, so no more Jiffy Mix. You know, do this and then you're good. So this is it for the dry ingredients. All right, so we put the cornmeal or the grits, the salt, the baking powder, the flour, and the sugar. Okay, so then I'm gonna crack a couple of eggs in here. So 2 eggs go in here. And by the way, this recipe is in my cookbook too, right? So it's a buttered pecan cornbread that I normally make, but in this case, it'll be a little different. Okay, so we got eggs in here. Let's get that butter in here, okay? All of it. Okay. And then we're gonna use buttermilk. We'll see how much we need. Okay, and the consistency you're going for is like a little bit like a pancake batter. You guys know what pancakes look like, right? So we're going for like pancake batter, okay? So this is buttermilk. And it's about 3/4 of a cup. But you know, some days it's more, some days it's less. So, you know, I say put a little bit in. You can't go wrong. If you put 2 tablespoons too much, you know, nobody's gonna fire you or call the police, right? Let's do a little splash more. Okay, so this is it. So this is the cornbread. Okay, and look at the consistency, right? You see that? So consistency is great. Okay, so in the same skillet that we melted the butter, we're gonna put this cornbread batter right in here, okay? And we're gonna pray it don't overflow in my oven while I'm live. That's what we're gonna do. We're gonna pray that this does not overflow. All right. So take a look at what you end up with, okay? So take a look at what you end up with. This is like a super nice cornbread situation, okay? I'm gonna put a pan down underneath. I'm nervous. I'm gonna put a pan down underneath because I think it's gonna overflow. So the oven's at 375. This will go in until it's done. Okay, so we're making cornbread live. How simple was that? Okay, very easy. If you can remember a cup of flour, a cup of cornmeal, a cup of sugar, right? A little bit of salt, baking powder to make it rise, a couple of eggs, melted butter, and then buttermilk. That's pretty much it, right? Now, the thing I like about the cornbread is that it's going to be sweet. And what I love is that the grits. So I use grits, quick cooking grits instead of using cornmeal. And the quick cooking grits is, I mean, it's going to make it super moist like you won't even believe, okay? So I was like, if you're going to make cornbread, we got to have something to go with the cornbread, right? So I think we should do some cabbage, but my way. I think we should do some cabbage. So I'm going to put down wet paper towel so I don't cut myself. Right. I have a colander because we're going to have to make sure we rinse our cabbage thoroughly. Okay. And it's just a regular green cabbage. I peel off the outside tough leaves. You can save those if you're making like cabbage rolls or something. I won't save these. Because cabbage and cornbread go good together. You know what I mean? All right. So I'm going to cut the core out at the bottom. Cut them in half. And then I like to do a little bit of shred. I got a little core left. Hold on. I like to do a little shred action. So I don't like my cabbage to be like thick pieces. We're going to do like a saute on the cabbage. You know what I mean? So we're going to do like a little piece of shred kind of. All right. So cabbage in the colander. I think, you know, back in the day, my grandmother used to like boil the cabbage with like ham hocks and bell peppers and onion and garlic. And she would cut it like a lot thicker. But we're going to do like a saute and like bacon and garlic and a little bit of white wine and a little bit of butter and some stock and, you know, all the good stuff. So I want to be very careful. Plus, you know what happens when you cook cabbage is it emits a lot of water. So I kind of want some of the water to help soften the cabbage, but some of it I want to go away. So. All right, so that's like a medium cabbage to go with our cornbread. All right. Talk amongst yourselves. I'm just gonna rinse off our cabbage, okay? Okay, I'm gonna rinse off our cabbage. Okay. Cabbage is rinsed. I put it in a little container just to make sure, you know, all the extra stuff, the water doesn't end up all over my countertop. Okay, bacon, people, thick slice bacon. Okay, I like to use bacon as a seasoning. If you are vegan, you can certainly omit this. I don't know why you would, but a couple pieces of bacon. Let's do 5 strips. I think 5 strips of bacon would be plenty. All right, and I'm gonna just cut them down into little pieces. We call these lardons. That's it, little bacon. And this is that thick cut, but you can certainly use like, they got so much out there. Like they got black peppered bacon and, you know, the Applewood smoked and Newski's bacon. I mean, you know, hey, whatever you like. And this to me is like the time to use pork bacon, okay? I am not here for turkey bacon in this instance, okay? I do believe turkey products have their place, but not here. We want the fat off of this bacon. That's gonna be so good. So let's start with that, okay? So let's do, I'm gonna try to cook this in front of y'all on this hot plate, okay? So let's put the bacon in a cold pan. Notice what I'm doing. I didn't get the pan hot first and then put the bacon in, because what that would do is start to like crisp and like burn the bacon. And we want to kind of like render the fat out of the bacon. So what I wanted to do was put it into a cold pan, make sure it's up on high, and it is, and it'll start to cook down, okay? So that's what this is about. We're rendering, okay? Let's put a little oil just to give it some help. And we have a lot of cabbage, so oil is gonna be good, okay? Plus, you know what I like too? I like the fact that I like my cabbage to have like a slick mouthfeel. You know what I mean? I like that. I like that sort of slick, greasy mouthfeel. So we'll put a little butter in here and stuff too. It's low carb, not low fat. Okay, low carb, not low fat. Okay, let's do some garlic and some onion. So I buy the garlic already peeled. I hate peeling garlic. So I buy it already like this. Okay. Can you see Periscope? There you go. Okay, so I buy it already peeled. So I'm just gonna chop down or slice down some of the garlic. And if this hot plate don't do what we need it to do, I'm gonna put it on the stove. Okay, just FYI, I'm telling you ahead of time. If this hot plate don't hot plate it good enough, it's going on the stove, Doc. But it's starting to do something, so I think we're gonna be all right. Okay, garlic, right in here. Okay, and let's do some onion. I like using red onion for this. I like using red onion, period. Actually, in a lot of stuff. So I'm gonna do a little red onion, thin slice. All right. There we go. You know how some of the onion don't be looking good. All right, so let's do thin slice. All right, so we got onion working, garlic, and bacon. So if you could imagine, we're basically creating our layers of flavor. You know what I mean? That's really what we're doing. It's creating lovely layers of flavor. Okay. So we'll give this a good stir. I wish you could smell this. Like immediately already, the bacon is working with the garlic and all that good stuff. Okay. While that's doing its thing, let's talk about this catfish, because we're just gonna simply broil the catfish and make like a little lemon butter to go over the catfish. Good stuff. So these are catfish fillets. If I was frying these, I'm like a catfish steak kind of guy. I'm from Chicago. I can't help it. If I was frying these, I would do like a catfish steak situation. I like that. You know, in cornmeal and stuff. Okay, so I've got 1, 2. I've got 3. Let me just give these a little rinse. All right, little rinse with the catfish. All right, so you know I like to make my own seasonings, so let's do that. And I don't like this ain't cooking fast enough. Okay, let me put this on the stove. Hold on, y'all. This ain't cooking fast enough for me. Hold on 1 second, please. Is it on high? I guess it wasn't all the way up. Let's get some seasoning. Hold on, let me go to the cabinet. All right, let's get paprika, oyster. Let me see if I got some garlic somewhere. I do. Yeah. A touch of Old Bay. All right. So let's do like our catfish seasoning. That's what we're gonna call this, a catfish seasoning. I'm gonna start with some Old Bay. And everything I'm using has no salt, right? That way we can actually control the amount of salt we add to something. So all this like has no salt, so we're good. All right, so that's Old Bay and granulated garlic. All right, this is herbs de Provence. So this is like rosemary. Oops. This is rosemary, thyme, oregano. The only difference is there's a little bit of lavender in here, okay? So you gotta be careful that you don't go overboard with the herbs de Provence. If you can't find these, which I think you pretty much can pretty much everywhere, you can use like that non-salted Italian seasoning that we use a lot. You can use that, you know, but I like to be fancy and use the herbs de Provence, okay? Okay, now look. These are dried lemon granules, okay? So I find these at my local DeKalb County Farmers Market, but it's like dried lemon peel. So this is gonna be great with the Old Bay and the fish right in there, okay? Since I'm using the lemon, this is actually dried orange peel as well, okay? So we're getting all of our citrus notes. So I've got lemon granules and I've also got orange peel that's in here, okay? All right, here's a little paprika, smoked. And then for a little heat, red pepper flakes. Right? Then a little bit of salt and pepper. So here's the pepper. All right, and then here's the salt. So this is pink Himalayan sea salt. And again, the salt is crucial because the salt is going to help bring out all the other flavors that we put in. So you don't want to go through all this work. You know what I'm saying? Like creating all these amazing flavors and then you can't really taste it because you don't have enough salt in the mix. So you got to be very careful just to make sure you put enough salt in. You know, not to make it salty, but to make it, where you can actually taste it. And then I like this because you can actually see, you know what I mean? Like you can actually see like what's happening in here. So let me see if I can put this on the camera so you guys can see, right? So you can actually see like what's happening, right? See, so you guys can actually see like what's going on here. Okay, all right, cool. Now we cooking with fire, literally. Look at what's happening. See that? Onion, garlic situation looking really good. Okay, this is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna add the cabbage in while this is working. I'm probably gonna put it back on the stove, but I'm gonna add the cabbage in while all this is like working out, okay? Because what I want everything like cooked together and be real good. Now, also notice the kind of pan I'm using. I'm using a pan that's wide. That way we can cook out a lot of the liquid really quickly. All right. So I'm gonna add this cabbage. And you add a lot of cabbage, cabbage cooks down to literally nothing, okay? You know that. All right, I'm putting the whole cabbage in there, okay? And I'm putting it back on the stove. No lid, because I really want it to I want the flavors to melt and I want it to kind of, evaporate. You know what I mean? Okay, back to our fish. So now you could save this, you're not going to use all of this tonight, but you can say this is good on chicken, it's good on pork, it's good on anything, any protein, potatoes, all that good stuff. All right. So I'm going to season both sides just because you have to eat both sides. And this could have been done like yesterday too. This is not something that you have to do like right before you get ready to cook it. You could have done this yesterday and let this sort of marinate in the fridge. Okay. Now I'm going to end up broiling the fish, right? So my bottom oven is at 550 degrees. So it's on like a super high broil, okay? So the first thing I want to do is I want to put some olive oil just on the bottom of this skillet. That way nothing sticks when we go to get our fish out, right? Then I'm going to put the fish flat side down right in here. Okay, flat side. Can everybody see? Okay, good. Everybody can see. Okay, flat side down. Okay, cold pan. All right, let me get rid of this and wash my hands. All right, let me just check on this cabbage. Give me a second. I don't want the cabbage to not do well. So I got some tongs. Look. And I'm just going to come in here and I want to start to mix the cabbage and with the bacon, grease, the onion, the garlic, all that stuff so that it starts to like cook down. Man, I wish y'all could smell this. I wish you could smell this. Okay, if you don't have granite or quartz countertops, don't do this, okay? You're gonna be shamed. Don't do that. All right, back on the stove. You see what we got? You see what's happening? Can you see? Okay, back on the stove. Okay, now for our fish to broil, I'm just gonna do a little oil right on top. All right, and then let that hang out in the oven. All right, let's get us a pot. We got two sauces to make, all right? We have one for the cornbread. Let me just check it. Okay, it's a good thing I put that thing down because it definitely spilled over, okay? So we're gonna do one for the cornbread, and then we're gonna do one for the fish. So let's do like a lemon butter sauce for the fish. So I'm gonna do at least some more butter. I have plenty of butter. All right, now you see me use this before, yes? Yes, microplane. Because what I want to do is I want to put the zest of this lemon right in here. Because this is where like all the essential oils are. So, and I'm not going deep. I'm just going like very surface level over here. Okay. Now, if I'm going to use the zest, might as well get some juice, right? All right, so here we go. A little bit of juice. I use a fork because the fork will always get you good, and you'll be able to get all the juice out of here. All right, now let's do a few things to make this taste really, really good. I mean, the lemon and the butter alone will be amazing. But I got a little Sauvignon Blanc, right? So you could use any white wine. You could use a Chardonnay. You could use a Pinot Grigio, or in this case, a Sauvignon Blanc. So a splash will do you. And then the thing about wines and lemon and all that, it's pretty acidic. So we're actually going to balance out some of the acid with just like a pinch of brown sugar, all right? So we'll do like a good pinch of brown sugar in here. It won't taste sweet. It'll just balance out the flavor. And then, let me see what I have. If I have any. I do. Put a little dry parsley in here. Right? So almost like mimicking a, what are we mimicking? Like a Alfredo kind of, you know? Not an Alfredo, a scampi. Like almost like a scampi. Right? And we'll grate some garlic in here. I wish you could smell this. Now this is gonna go on top of the fish. Okay, I wish you could smell it. Before I do that, let me look at my cabbage. Look. All right, I don't want anything to burn. All right, so I'm just gonna work the cabbage in, give it a stir, see what's happening. Oh. What is this? Oh. That's better. Sorry, y'all. I don't know what that is. See? All right, we'll give it a stir. And look, the little bacon bits are starting to cook up. So this is what we want. Okay, back on the stove. And then we'll season that shortly. Okay, so let's put a little garlic in here. And I'm just going to grate the garlic right into the sauce. I think 2 cloves should be plenty. I mean, you could chop it real fine, but I think the grate is good in this. That's 1. And then here's 2. All right. All right, so this is our first sauce that we're going to use for our fish. Oh, man. I wish you guys could see. Let me taste it to make sure we're on point. We'll put a little salt and pepper right there in a minute. I wish you could see this. Can you guys see, like, what's happening? Okay. It's just butter, garlic, white wine, a little brown sugar. We'll put a little salt and pepper in here in a second. Oh, that's delicious. Okay, a little pinch of salt. Oh, man. I'm telling you, that lemon and brown sugar is like amazing. Okay, I'm good with this. I don't want this to go too far. I want it to be a nice situation to put right on top of the fish. Look at this. Okay, perfect. All right, ready to baste right on top of that fish. Let's make sure we're not burning it, and we're not. All right, let's do some honey for our cornbread. All right, I just rinsed him out. Let's get rid of all this. Let's also check that cabbage again, and then we're gonna season it in a second, okay? We're gonna season it in a second. Right now, I just kind of wanted to cook down in that oil. Look at that. See what I mean? See what's happening? Like how it softens up. Ooh. Ugh. God. Bacon is cooking through. Garlic is in there. The onions are in there. Ugh. Smelling like Sunday after church. Okay, that's what it's smelling like. All right, let's do a little splash of wine. There's a few little brown bits on the bottom, so a little splash of white wine. My grandmother would never put white wine in her cabbage, but we're doing it today. White wine, bacon, garlic. How bad could this be? Okay, not too bad at all. Okay, back to the stove. Okay, look, our fish. Let me just check it. Looks like it's about done. See that? You see that fish? Perfectly broiled, right? Perfectly broiled, ready to go. I'm gonna put it on the side, let it hang out. Let's do the honey butter for the cornbread. So let me get some butter. I have plenty of it. Baby, that cornbread spilled all over that pan. I'm so glad I put that thing down. Okay, come on. A stick of butter. Right in there. And then it just depends on what you got and what you like, okay? So this is bee-free honey, okay? This is bee-free honey. This honey is made from apples, so it's completely vegan, but it tastes real good. So you could use like regular honey if you wanted to. I'm gonna use the bee-free honey in this. Yeah, bee-free honey. They were on what were they on? Shark Tank. They were on Shark Tank. So you can use regular honey. You could, but I'm gonna use bee-free. Okay, because I want to be free. All right. So we do a little bee-free honey in here. It's made from apples. All right, we'll do a little pinch of salt in here. Maybe a pinch more. All right, let's give that a good stir. It smells, as soon as it hits the hot oil, it smells amazing. Like as soon as it hits the hot oil. So I'm just melting the butter along with the salt. The salt's important because it'll break up some of that sweetness. Okay, so we got honey, butter, salt, and a little pinch of brown sugar in here as well. I mean, how bad could this be? Okay, how bad could this be? This can't be that bad. And if you use vegan butter, then it's like vegan. Okay, but this is what makes the cornbread taste really good. You put this right on top when it comes out of the oven. Okay, so we got brown sugar, butter, a little salt. Look at this. Okay, this is where we're gonna baste our cornbread in when it comes out of the oven. All right, let's season this cabbage because the cornbread's almost done. Okay, let's season the cabbage. Okay, this is my flavor weapon right in my hand. Okay, and if you've been following me for a while, this is how we get down. Okay, so look at this. Ooh. Oh, white wine smells good. Okay, this is a chicken bouillon cube. You could put chicken stock in here if you want to. I don't. So I'm gonna use like a little bit over half of this. I'm just gonna sprinkle it around so it mixes with the juices and gets nice, right? Okay, let me put this back on the stove so it keeps cooking. And then I have a collard green recipe, and this is almost kind of similar in flavor. We're gonna put a little Cajun seasoning. Let me find some. Let me see what I got. Hold on, y'all. Here we go. I'm gonna put a little bit different deal. In goes the Cajun seasoning. A little bit of garlic. A little bit of onion powder. And don't shoot me. Okay? I see the comments coming. I see the comments coming right now. I'm going to put a little sugar in here. Not a lot, but a little sprinkle. Okay? I see the comments coming. I don't want to hear it. Okay? I do not want to hear from you about sugar in this cabbage. You put the white wine in here. Cabbage is kind of bitter. So we need that. That's going to make it taste good. Okay? It's going to taste good. Trust me. Okay? All right. Now, I don't want to hear. I don't want to hear your mouth. I don't want to get on here later and read these comments. Okay? I don't want to get on here and read this. Oh, we need a little pepper flake. Make it spicy. Red pepper. Okay, please. I do not want to get on here later and y'all is going in. Oh, my God. He put sugar in the cabbage. You need a little bit. Okay? Just a little bit. Okay. Last thing we're going to do is a little butter. Because that's going to make it taste real good too. Okay, a little butter. Okay, we're coming on home. Okay, a little butter. Okay, and by a little, you know, this much butter. By little, I mean this much, okay? Only a little bit. This is why it tastes so good, y'all. I'm sorry, okay? This that slap your mama cabbage. This is why it tastes so good, okay? Because it's got all the right stuff in here. White wine, butter, garlic, bacon, red onion. And look how this bacon done cooked up. See? How? Oh, my God. Oh, my God. Okay, I'm just gonna work it a little bit. And I'm good with this. See, I like mine with a little crunch to it. Okay. Okay, let's get this fish together. Let me get a plate because it's gonna be time to tear it out. Okay, it's gonna be time to tear it out. All right, so don't forget we got that sauce to put on top of our fish. Let's see if I can get it out in one piece. Hold on, somebody at my front door and I have no idea who it is. Please hold the line. Who was at my front door? Hello? Hello? I'm at home because I'm on live stream. That's why I stream it to thousands of people. Sorry, y'all. One of my friends stopped by. You lucky it's you. I didn't know who it was. I'm like, first of all, don't nobody know where I live. Who would be at my front door? It's you. No, I'm literally live streaming. I'm on Periscope. They can't see you. Got to come around here. I'm on Periscope. I'm on YouTube, and I'm on Facebook. This is Alonzo.
Hi, everybody. Oh my God.
It's a lot going on, right?
Right.
Yeah.
What you cook on?
Catfish. It's because I'm live streaming.
Oh, okay.
You came right in time. See what I'm saying? Okay. Came right in time. Okay, here's the catfish.
I'll be your audience.
You read my audience?
Your live
Okay. Well, thank you. Not that I needed one.
Right.
Okay. And then here's the sauce, right? So this is the sauce. You saw me on live stream.
I did.
That's what it was.
I didn't. I didn't see you before I left the house.
You saw me when you got over here. You saw me.
I said, oh, he in the house.
Oh yeah.
But I didn't.
What you was doing? Going for a walk?
Uh,
Just in the neighborhood.
go for a walk.
Oh, okay. Okay. So this is the sauce that I'm gonna spoon right on top of the fish.
What kind of sauce is that?
It's like scampi almost. It's like lemon and stuff. Okay, and then this is the cornbread that's spilled over. It's a good thing I put this thing down, this situation. Okay. All right, so here's the cornbread.
That's pretty. Thank you.
Can you guys see? Can you see? So it's a good thing I put this down because we had some spillage. But let's not forget that we have this whole butter situation with the brown sugar and the honey and a pinch of salt.
Living with you.
You came right in time. I can't eat all this.
You cannot.
No, I know I can't. Alonzo, you must have saw me. He had to have seen me.
I seen his lights on. I seen the
You saw the lights on.
I saw the lights.
And you stopped because you saw the lights.
And when you're not here, I realized lower level lights, just keep the lights on.
Yeah.
And when you're here,
Don't tell the world.
I know. But I'm just saying.
Jesus. Okay, so cornbread, and really you want to wait for you cut into it, because when you cut into it right away while it's hot, it's gonna like crumble a little bit. So it's best to wait, but we don't have time to wait. Okay, and then we got this good God bless you cabbage with the bacon and the white wine that I cooked up real nice in here. Okay, so let's make a plate. Since Alonzo is here, let's make Alonzo a plate. Okay, I'm gonna cut this cornbread, but just know this cornbread is going, it needs to sit up before you really cut into it, But we just don't have time because we live. And this is real, this is a real deal. So I'm gonna spoon it out because it ain't coming out. Yeah, once you let it sit, okay, this is fresh out the oven hot. So you can't cut no cake like this, But for the sake of the argument, we're gonna do this. Once you let it sit, it'll be perfect. Okay. You eat catfish? And you eat bacon? Okay, so he eat it all. Okay. So he's gonna give us his honest opinions about dinner.
You want to come up here?
Yeah, bring their children so they can see you. Because y'all normally take my word for it. Oh, I just made a mess. Oh well.
That's okay.
Yeah. Y'all normally take my word for it, but since Alonzo is here, we're gonna let Alonzo be the judge. You gotta come in the camera so they can see you. So you have to taste it and then explain it so they can be like, oh, because they're not here, so they don't know how it tastes. So you got to be and be honest, oh, okay, this, okay.
Oh, you can smell the white wine.
Yes, there's a little white wine. That's this bougie cabbage.
Bougie cabbage.
Mm-hmm.
That's what you call it.
This bougie cabbage. I'm fixing the whole plate. I'm gonna eat all this.
Right. That's good. Although I wouldn't have put the white wine in there, but it's good.
It's bougie cabbage.
Mm-hmm.
Or bougie cabbage.
Bourgeois.
Mm-hmm. bougie cabbage with bougie catfish. Bougie cornbread.
I like the fish.
And that's a little lemon and white wine situation on the sauce. And I broiled it very simply. I made the seasoning and then broiled the fish.
I would eat this cornbread. Tastes like cake.
Tastes like cake?
Yeah.
Okay, there you go.
Not like cake, but you can tell it's cornbread.
And I made the cornbread with quick cooking grits.
Oh.
Yeah. Because it stays moist when you make it with quick cooking grits. Ain't this something? Now, we ain't never had nobody just show up to the house like this.
I've been known to, as you know.
Out of all the cooking we done did live online, we ain't never had nobody just show up at the house.
Call me anytime.
Coming to eat. Okay?
This cabbage is good.
Thank you. And see, I like mine with a little crunch to it. I don't like it boiled to death.
Right. I realized that my aunt taught me that's the best way to cook it.
Yeah, some people, they boil it to death and then it be real soft,
Yeah.
which is fine. That's church cabbage. I like that too. But if I'm making it at home, I like this.
Yeah.
Okay? That catfish is amazing. Okay, so you saw me do it here live. Very simple. This is very unplanned that we have company eating with us tonight. No, it's fine. It just normally don't happen like this. You know what I'm saying? So you saw it. I don't really have pictures of this, so I can't really post the recipe anywhere. So we'll keep the videos live. You guys can watch the videos. And then make it yourself. Okay? The cornbread recipe is in the cookbook, but it's butter pecan cornbread in the cookbook. The book is available at DariusCooks.tv. The catfish, I mean, we just made that up. And the cabbage, you saw what we did. All right. So I'm gonna go and eat this with some hot sauce and be real black. And then you guys can have fun and make all the recipes. All right. You know where to find recipes just like this. It's on my website, DariusCooks.tv. 2 things I want to tell you, as I always do. Food is my life. Life is my food. We're gonna eat this. And I want to wish y'all happy cooking. From my heart to yours, okay? Black folks come right on time, don't they? Black folks show up at the right time, don't they?
I didn't mean to, but
Bye, y'all.